Hello and welcome. My name is Angie Holden and I'm the blogger behind The Country Chic Cottage. Let's chat craft trends. So I use craft trends for business purposes and you might as well. However, I also, for personal reasons, I love to pay attention to craft trends. It often opens me up to things I never would have thought of doing. I'm going to mention geese in this video and how trendy they are. And seeing those everywhere, seeing projects made out of them has made me want to create some goose projects. And that wasn't on my radar. And it's really fun to create with things that are trendy sometimes. So I'm going to talk about craft trends a few different ways, the methods that people are using to craft, the style of crafts that they're doing, down to the things like geese that they're using in their crafts. Now, these trends are things just kind of I'm seeing and my opinions on craft trends and where they're going. However, you might be seeing other things. You can totally disagree with me. That is okay as well. Feel free to watch this video and then drop down in the comments and tell me the craft trends that you're seeing and ones that you're excited about, or ones that you would like to see even. So I do feel like 2026 is the year of things that are cozy and nostalgic. All of the craft trends that I'm going to share I think will fit into a cozy or nostalgic vibe. So if you think something is cozy, nostalgic, makes you think of years gone by, then it's probably going to trend in 2026. So the first trend I'm going to talk about is kind of aesthetics. Cozy, grandma, worn in vibes. That's where 2026 is sort of going. So think about things that are like soft and worn in textures, embroidery, quilted looks, different things like that are really making a comeback. And yes, that includes those geese and ducks, which are those timeless sort of country icons that you might remember your mom or your grandma having in their kitchen. Those are coming back in a big way. You might think of wall hangings that have some crochet on them, that are fabric, that are time-worn, that are tea-stained. Different things like that are coming back in 2026. Along with that, trend number 2 is color palettes. Think cozy color palettes, earth tones, muted colors. So whether that's a cream or an oatmeal or warm pastels like a rose or a powdery blue, those types of colors are coming back into style. And that often leans into the materials that we're going to craft with. So like things like recycled cotton or yarn or burlap would lean into those color trends and at the same time lean into that aesthetic that we talked about with trend number 1. These colors, these fabrics, these textures, they feel heirloom. They don't feel fast. They don't feel like fast fashion. They feel heirloom. They feel quality. And they also feel familiar and comfortable. It is like we're leaning into a comfort trend almost in 2026. So that leads me to trend number 3, and sort of what started off this trendy video is slow crafting. Slow crafting is coming back in a big way. People are calling it grandma crafts. So embroidery, needlepoint. Needlepoint is huge right now. Weaving, I've even seen those latch hook kits coming back on trend. So anything that's slow, intentional, that you don't do on a device. I've also heard the word analog thrown around a lot. So basically doing something that does not involve a screen. So something that is repetitive, it's almost meditative, it is relaxing. So it's almost like crafting is going back to its roots, right? Something that's relaxing, something that you do for fun, something that's a pastime. That does not involve devices, computers, screens. This leads to the completed craft feeling like it comes from a place of love, right? And also the act of making it acts as a stress reliever. And if that is something that I feel like we all need right now. However, I do think there's a place for, of course, this channel is all about machine crafting. I think there's a place to involve these machines into like the patterns and different things like that. And then take that craft offline to complete it. Take it analog to complete it, leaning into those trends, leaning into that slow crafting trend offline, and then using your machine even to complete it. Maybe use a sewing machine to complete it at the end, something like that. But you can definitely still use those machines, but think about slowing down a little bit, really enjoying the process of crafting. Trend number 4, I'm going to put nostalgic motifs as its own trend. And I'm going to mention geese and ducks again, but basically anything that you remember from childhood that brings you comfort is probably going to fall into this nostalgic motif. So anything that is very nostalgic, reminds you of a simpler time, those are things that are coming back. So geese, ducks, florals, birdhouses, birds, nature inspired, different things like that that remind you of a simpler time almost is what I'm feeling for this kind of nostalgic motif trend. Again, they're going to feel like home, comfortable, familiar. So all of the trends that I'm talking about, cozy, comfortable, familiar. Think about crafts that lean into that. And that is where I kind of see 2026 going as far as crafting in the crafting world. So then trend number 5 is lots of texture, lots of layering. Again, it's a lot of like comfort type of things, but think of combining mixed media type of things. So maybe you're working on a project, but you add some crochet, a yarn tassel or something like that to it. And you are mixing those medias and also adding another layer, another texture to your product, something that's soft, something that's cozy, something that's comfortable, and it leans into these trends. Then trend number 6, functional crafts. I think we are kind of over the crafting just for crafting's sake. So the crafts that actually have a function, have a purpose, something is going to be useful, something that the person you're giving it to is really going to enjoy. You are putting your heart and soul into these cozy crafts that take a long time. They're stress relieving, they're repetitive. Those grandma crafts are going to take a while. You want them to be functional pieces when you're done with them and something that someone is going to use and enjoy. So I do think the functional part of crafting is going to come back. So fast crafts are going to be out. So things that take you just a little while to make and are sort of those throwaway pieces that you throw them away at the end of the season are going to be out, and more of like an intentional crafting that takes a while, that lasts a long time, that is functional is going to be in 2026. Then trend number 7, anything sustainable and upcycled. So going to the thrift store and upcycling something, using what you have, upcycling old quilts into new projects. I feel like every time I open any social media app, I'm seeing some type of thrift store trip or someone purchasing something at the thrift store, making it even better, saving things from the side of the curb, saving things from the dump and making them useful. I really feel like that trend is going to go strong into 2026 and beyond as we become more conscious of how much we're using and throwing away. Making sure that we are making use of the things that are already here is going to become more and more important. And that also means that crafting gets a little more budget friendly with this trend. And I think that is also something that's going to be important this year, is cutting those crafting budgets as much as we can. So upcycling, recycling, hitting those thrift stores, picking things up off the curb is going to come back around. I feel like I did this many years ago here, and I'm thinking about picking up a few videos here and there where I take you along to the thrift store and we are going to upcycle some things just to kind of inspire you to do that on your own as well. And then trend number 8, I feel like handmade is going to kind of meet high tech. Talked about a little bit before as like your machines are not going away with all of these cozy grandma trends. They're not going away at all. Handmade and high tech can exist together and complement one another. So everywhere we look, AI is everywhere. AI can complement our crafting. It does not have to replace it. So we don't need all those fast crafts or just purchasing things that are not high quality off of all of these websites. We're going to go back. We're going to be intentional. We're going to make heirloom quality projects at home. We're going to use our tech to support that and make those things by hand. All those cozy, intentional crafts are going to come back in a big way, using tech to help along the way. So those are 8 trends that I'm seeing. Now, how does that fit with you? Hopefully, some of these trends sort of resonate with you. I feel like all of the trends that make you feel comfortable and familiar resonate with most people. Having a trend that reminds you of years gone by, your grandmother, your mother, often resonates with the majority of people. So those trends are probably going to resonate with most of us. Now, leaning into a craft that is repetitive might not be stress relieving for you. I feel like it is for a lot of people. Picking up a craft of embroidery or needlepoint is going to be stress relieving for a lot of us. However, some people are going to be like, that is not me, and that is okay. You don't have to lean into that particular type of craft. You might find a simpler version of some of those crafts that resonates with you. So I definitely don't think you're going to need to jump on all of these trend bandwagons. Just think about the trends that might resonate with you and keep your eyes open. You might get inspired by a video to, try needlepoint or try some of these cozy crafts when right this second you're thinking that is not for me. Later on, you might think, oh, yes, that might be for me. Because once these trends become super popular, people are going to develop ways to mix, our Cricut machines, our sublimation printers with some of these crafts. And all of a sudden you're going to be like, I think I might give that a try. So keep an open mind always with crafting trends. You might just find something that you like. And if you're running your own handmade craft business, be sure to always pay attention to craft trends, especially things I'm talking about like comfortable and familiar and nostalgic patterns. Be sure to think about incorporating those into some of your products, seeing how well they sell, and then leaning into those a little bit more. You always want to keep your eye on trends when you're running a craft business to be sure that you're keeping up, to be sure that your products are staying on trend so that you sell them to as many people as possible. So again, I would love to hear from you. So first of all, my 8 trends, are there any that you're really excited about? Any that you've seen everywhere and you're like, I can't wait to try them? I would love to hear from you. And that way I can kind of pick and choose which of the trends I need to try to incorporate into my content to better serve you as well. And if you are seeing other trends out there, I want to hear what trends you are seeing. What trends are you excited about? What things are you seeing all over the place that you want to create? I want to hear from you. So drop down in the comment section, tell me all of those things. And if you liked this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already, head on over to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. I have videos just like this one every single week, and trust me, you don't want to miss any of those. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.